At my first job out of college, I had an emotional affair. Oh, this is juicy. Hello, everybody. How we all doing? Have you guys all sort of submitted your confessions, your anonymous confessions? Because that's what I'm going to do today. Some of them are fucking weird, dude. Some of you guys need help. But the other people that actually gave me legitimate confessions, excited to read those. All right. Welcome to ANON Confessions. I'm on another channel that's not ANON Confessions, because if you're on ANON Confessions, we can see you typing and it defeats the purpose of ANON. So I'm on the Cherry Clan. I'm going down here and I'm typing /confess to channel ANON Confessions. So it goes in the ANON Confessions content. Type your confession here. And then what it does, boom, I go onto the ANON Confessions and type your confession here is on that channels. I know who this is, this mooing. That's kind of weird though, because it's like it goes moo, which is definitely psych owl. And then followed by moo is I enjoy fingering my bum. I feel like maybe that was a joke. Maybe that was, I'm just kidding around. Hi there, I'm confessing. Because they're all like very close to each other. It's like we got the moo here and he's just doxed himself because nobody else moos. And then right after that, at 4:50, there's this message. And then 4:41, hi there, I'm confessing. So it's a little bit sus. It's slightly suspicious. This is a good one. I didn't like Mary at first.
You can actually pinpoint the second when his heart rips in half. And now. Oh.
Ouch. Rude. But now I enjoy her content. I love her content so much and look forward to viewing and watching her stream. That's really nice. That's really wholesome. I like that I changed your mind. I never like Elden Ring. Who would write that? Who would write something like that? That deserves to be on the Cursed channel. I'd like to get drunk with you in the Liquid Library and then steal some cars. That's got to be someone who either plays NoPixel GTA with me or watches my GTA NoPixel streams because they're aware of the Liquid Library and then they want to steal some cars. That's what you do in GTA. I really don't like the Game of Thrones series, not even the books. I feel like I know who this person is because they kind of outed themselves on stream. I brush my teeth once a day, not twice. That's not the weirdest confession. Confession, I drive faster than the speed limit. Dangerous, but also feel like maybe you live in America because like when I was in America, people didn't give a shit about driving fast. Speed limits are suggestions. That's why I say that it is probably an American because in Australia, we have very strict speed limit laws and cameras and fines that you have to pay and you lose points off your license. So we don't really speed a lot there. We do for sure, but it's not like in America. When I went there, I was like, holy shit, everybody here is speeding. Today, I ate cereal with no milk. That's super cursed, and that belongs in the Cursed channel. My friends and family don't know I make music. Why? You should tell them. Why would you keep it a secret? I have a crush on Mary. Who doesn't? At my first job out of college, I had an emotional affair. Oh, this is juicy. This is juicy content. Finally. We're getting some good ones. Okay, at my first job out of college, I had an emotional affair with a married co-worker who was unhappy with her marriage. It lasted years. Oh, and ended in sadness. I haven't spoken to her for a long time. I feel mixed about this because obviously it's an affair with someone who's married, but then at the same time, she's unhappy in her marriage and then it just ended. And now you're sad and you haven't spoken to her in a long time. First of all, you should never cheat. If you're unhappy, try and work, especially if you're married, try and work it out. Go to therapy, get a counselor, work through it. If you can't work through it, split up or separate and then see other people. So that way you're not doing it behind anybody's back. You never know, dude, though. If you haven't spoken to her in a long time and her marriage was unhappy at the time that you were seeing her, maybe she's ended it. But that's a tricky one because I feel mixed about it. I'm empathetic towards everyone in that situation. So I kind of understand it from all angles. Okay, here's a good one. Okay, I met a girl at a party whilst I was in a relationship and she was wearing a blue rubber cat suit. It was impossible to resist. I want to know more about this situation. There are people I would push off a cliff onto spikes, and the only thing stopping me is that they aren't worth the jail time. Nothing's worth being in jail, so I'm glad you resist the urge to do that. Okay, I'll be honest. This is an interesting one. I'll be honest. I'm in a couple parasocial relationships and I want out of them. They eat me up inside. Yeah, one of them is Mary. But it's because she's so genuine and relatable. I hate that my heart always falls for people out of my reach. I need out, but I don't want to leave her content.
Ew, gross.
That's a yikes. I don't know how to respond to that. From a genuine place in my heart, if that is you, go on dating apps. If you don't want to go out and meet people, go on dating apps. Try and meet some real human girls that are close by to you. Put yourself out there and try and meet people that way, is what I can say. Some of these people that watch you scare me. Me too. You should see my Instagram not gonna lie confessions. They're fucking weirder. Okay, so after getting divorced, I found a girlfriend almost half my age who is more into kinky stuff than I was used to and had what can only be described as an 18-month whirlwind fuck fest. Wow. Well, one, congratulations. You did the right thing and you got a divorce because you weren't happy in your marriage. Congratulations. And good for you. I just hope the same thing for your ex-wife. Okay, so the next one is interesting. I lost my virginity to a hooker not so long ago. It kind of sucked. I wish I had done it with someone that I loved. I would never recommend this. I would never recommend this because I just hope you used protection, but I would never recommend this. Ooh, more information on the rubber catsuit girl. Okay, this is interesting. I said it was impossible to resist the rubber catsuit girl. She was a 10 and incredibly sexy. We actually had a lot in common. I got with her for a while after that relationship ended. She was a beautiful person too, but moved away for family reasons. Okay, I'm glad that your original relationship ended, but obviously the cheating aspect's not good. I also am glad that you had a lot in common with her and that she was a really good person. All right, so I was supposed to go to prom with a girl that I've been seeing for 3 weeks. So how old is this person? They're probably like 18, maybe 17, but she said she's not going. I went alone and I saw her with another guy. Oh, since then, my soul has been empty and I've stopped trying to get a girlfriend. Dude, okay, one, I'm guessing you're super young. Don't stress. Don't stress, man. We all get our hearts broken in high school and we think it is such a big deal, but let me tell you that the real world outside of high school, it's 10 times worse. And if you can get through this, you'll get through the rest of life. It's a very relatable feeling. It's super relatable. I relate to that. These are my confessions. All right. I feel lonely sometimes. I really want a romantic partner. And I wake up and realize I truly hate the human race. That's kind of sad. I mean, but also like low-key true. I met a girl at summer who is very beautiful and I developed feelings for her, but I found out that she's a lesbian and I'm a man. That's sad. How did you not know she was a lesbian though? I feel like you need to do a background check on people before you invest your actual heart. Nowadays, we just call that stalking. Maybe that word is not the best one because actual stalking is scary. Everybody checks people's social medias, especially when you've just found someone and you want to know what they're about. You're going to check their social medias. Protect your heart. Number one rule. Protect your heart. Okay, my first serious girlfriend had a side job as a dominatrix. If that was okay with you and your boundaries, then I don't see a problem with that. In high school, I snuck into one of the classrooms, grabbed the teacher's PC and walked to my car with it under my arm. Nobody saw me and I was never caught. What did you do with the PC? That's kind of strange. I might never get the answer to this. It could be just a one shot, but I'm also wondering, why were you doing that? Like, were you trying to sell it? Did you need money? Did you have a crush on the teacher and you wanted her personal information? That's a weird angle to look at, but what's the purpose? Did you just need a laptop? Did you delete all the info? Like, I have so many follow-up questions. I'm hypersensitive to being touched to a degree that I flinch. I even jump if someone puts a hand on me from behind. I don't know why I'm like this. It's made me afraid of physical relationships, but I'm so embarrassed about it that I pretend everything's fine when I'm with people and I let them touch me even though it hurts. I think maybe you need to set up a appointment with a general practitioner and then they could probably refer you to a neurologist. Else, if it's not a neurological problem, it could be a psychological problem, and that's something that only really a psychologist or a psychiatrist could really fix, or not even fix, maybe just work through. Rubber catsuit girl was the only time I've ever cheated. It was a sliding door moment. I wasn't happy and almost immediately ended the relationship out of a mixture of guilt and respect, if that makes sense. It was the right decision. Great, like, I'm happy for this context. Context definitely matters here. Glad that you ended it, because that was the right thing to do. Okay, sometimes I use a fake female Facebook account to talk to the weirdos that add me solely because of the profile picture, which is a silhouette of a woman. No matter what they send, I try to have human conversations with them, but some are just so irredeemably awful that I feel dirty and lose faith in my own gender. I never appreciate being a guy online by default. I've also seen enough male genitalia of all shapes and sizes to truly appreciate the variation of the human body that the human body can express. That's pretty funny and also sad. But like, if you have seen some of the confessions I've been getting, you would probably feel even worse being a guy online. Because like, honestly, Discord is pretty tame. Some of the stuff I've gotten on the Instagram confessions is like very, very, very cursed. So it's funny that you've done that to gauge those people that have been obviously messaging you because they think you're a woman. But yeah, it's pretty sad. That's why I have DMs closed. I have comments turned off. I have keywords that are picked up by the YouTube algorithm that objectify me all the time, because if I was to get all of that, it would probably drown me. I confess, in the Navy, I met the girl of my dreams. We were out in the middle of the Pacific on the same ship we served on. It was late at night and we both met in the back of the ship late at night, and let me tell you, her eyes matched the beauty of the stars. Oh, this is so cute. The stars were showing that night and I've never seen so many beautiful stars combined with the blue fluorescent algae in the ocean. We talked for hours and talking about space and alien life theory, and I was instantly in love 3 years ago. Last week, she died in a horrible accident in the Navy involving ships colliding, and I can't get over it, and I can't stop remembering that moment we shared on the ship together. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's so sad. That's really upsetting. I'm so sorry for your loss. Started off really beautiful and then really, really upsetting. You could write a script about something like that. I'm sorry for your loss. But you also have a lot of beautiful memories, it seems, with her. A lot of beautiful memories that you'll cherish forever. And hopefully you'll find a way to deal with the pain, because I don't really think grief ever goes away. You just learn how to deal with it slowly as time goes by. So hopefully you can reach that stage in your grieving process. I often find it difficult to care about the welfare of anyone not immediate family, meaning I could be unfazed to a horrific incident happening right now in front of me. I can't relate to that because I'm a very big empath. Secretly planning on going to the gym and tracking my progress on OnlyFans with nudes for sale. Cool. You know, I wish you all the luck. I wish you all the best. She told me that she is a lesbian and she doesn't use social media much. She got nothing on Instagram, right? More context for the guy that fell for the lesbian. I'm so sorry, dude. I'm so sorry. More context. That's a good point. Not everyone has social media. That's true. I think that the only way my father will ever respect me or anyone else in the family if I physically beat him down. He's a bully. I find this sad. I'm not typically a violent person. I'm a teddy bear, but for some reason that I won't go into because they're boring, I honestly think that it's the only course of action. My mother won't divorce him. They're basically like reluctant housemates at this point. And it breaks my heart to see her walk on eggshells due to this maniac refuses to be evaluated. My parents are in their 60s and I'm 28. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. That's rough. And I don't really know what the solution to that is or how to really deal with a person like that other than just avoiding their general presence when they talk. Just be agreeable because in this current situation and you can't move out at the moment, it's a little bit redundant to engage in conversations with the person that just can't really be argued with, that's always going to have something to say back. So the best thing you can do is try and avoid that situation altogether. And when the time is right, move out with your mum. PC Stealer here. I didn't sell it. It made me feel good to steal it. And I liked the thrill. I used it for gaming and homework. I think you need help as well. I've said horrible things to people in the past that I can't forgive myself for, even though I've grown. It's still a piece of me I'm disgusted by. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone has things that they regret to a degree. I wouldn't stress. I would just try not to do those things again and just move past it. I don't think that's unforgivable. When I was 9, I stole a wallet backstage at a church function. I spent the money on sweets, but kept the wallet hidden in an air vent in my room. Months later, I come home and at dinner, my dad said he was going to fix my air vent. When dinner ended, I rushed up to retrieve the wallet and he appeared in the doorway saying, "Looking for this." He took me round to the guy's house to return it and apologize. Years later, when my mom and dad split up, we had to run away in the middle of the night and hid for 2 weeks with the same family I had stolen from. Even though I'm not religious, I'll never forget the forgiveness they showed me, and I never stole again. That's a really sweet story. I don't want to spoil it, but it reminds me of a movie that I just watched recently where there's a character in the movie who tried to steal from his neighbor, and then they turned around and they started to be good to each other, and that's really beautiful. That's a really beautiful story. I tell people Rihanna is my cousin. I'm 100% serious. I usually only do it to entertain myself when I'm at a party or a function and I'm confident I'll never see any of these people again. Wait, you're 100% serious about your lie? Or you're 100% serious that Rihanna is in fact your cousin? If Rihanna's your cousin, like literally just like don't be anonymous and message me because I love Rihanna. What the Don't be anonymous. Show yourself if that's actually true. I would love to meet your cousin Rihanna. I am not a religious person. I got into an argument with a Mormon guy. He asked me what I would say to God if I met him. I told him I don't believe in God. He argued with me saying, how could I not believe in God? We went back and forth about evolution and creationism. Idiot told me some dumb stuff. I don't hate religious people, but he said if evolution was real, humans would have 2 heads. I can't stand people, to be honest. I mean, I think like religion is a very personal thing, and I think it should be between you and like God if you believe in God. I don't really like preachy atheists. I don't really like preachy religious people. I don't like preachy anyone. I don't care what you're preaching to me. Just shut the fuck up about anything. Don't tell me what to do, is my opinion. But I respect you if you believe whatever you believe. All right, let's go. I'm developing a taste for muscular women or really traditional feminine looking, but assertive, borderline aggressive women. I have no idea what it means about me. You could like 100% go to like a psychic and they could do a psychic reading and we could try and figure what's going on for sure. Or you could even go to a psychologist. That would be a cool analysis. Love the vids anyway. Despite having many friends, I haven't had a best friend in years and I feel lonely because of it. Same. I don't really have a best friend either. I just have like individual friends. I've said this so many times. This Anon Confessions was really fun. Since this was the first Anon Confessions that I've ever done, I feel like people just didn't get the premise. People were either trolling, the confessions weren't like intense enough, or they were like semi-boring. Some of them were kind of dark. So we're kind of just learning how to do this, really. We're definitely setting some rules, but that was super fun. For the first one, I think it had its hiccups, but we're learning. We're getting through it. It's episode 1. We will get better at this as a whole.